Good evening and salutations, my Y&R fans. So let's start off with Sally for a minute because I don't understand this woman. I really don't. I don't understand how you feel that in some universe you can literally have sex with your ex one last time and try to salvage whatever relationship you got with the so-called future guy that you're seeing. I don't understand how that makes sense in her head. I've never heard of this thing called breakup sex, but apparently here we are. So, when Nick walked in and saw everything, he's about to walk out, and Sally's like, wait, hold on, let me just explain. What is there to explain? You literally just banged his brother in what you want to, like, in what universe does an explanation, like, how is that actually going to supposed to sit there and make sense to him? He's literally walking into a room that practically smells like sex. And you want him to sit down and listen to your cockamamie BS excuse of why you felt that one last time was going to be what, to get it out of your system or something. And that's literally what she does. She literally starts talking about how I thought we were going to sit there and make it work, and I was still in love with him and this, that, and the third. Boo, you remember when he first started dating you, or he was first interested in you, and he said that he didn't want to sit there and go through a back and forth, a love triangle between you and his brother, and you was like, okay, fine, and you said, hey, I know what I want, and I want to be with you? Did you just forget that entire conversation? Because no person in their right minds can be like, yep, I just want to be with you. And then towards the end, you decide to give one last little hurrah a try, and after that, after she finished explaining, she's like, "I want to know what you have to say." What is there to say? I mean, he literally is like, "I may look like I'm calm, but I'm raging on the inside." I'm sitting there thinking, maybe both brothers should have just done the smart thing when this whole thing started and just walked away. Okay? Just started walking in a direction and walk as far away from Sally as possible. He said what he said. He pretty much was like, listen, we're just gonna, well, she was like, you need to take some time and decide what you want. Because she was like, I still want to be with you. Yeah, she actually said, I still want to be with you. You just finished banging his brother, and then you have the audacity to sit there and say, I still want to be with you. And in some universe, that actually makes sense to her. But she's like, listen, because he didn't really give her a direct answer. Um, and she was like, you probably just need to take some time and decide if this is what you want. So he says goodnight and he walks on out. And personally, I hope he just never comes back ever. And yeah, I heard that, there's a possibility there could be a baby involved. Bro, you still need to actually be with her. Okay? The only thing you need to do is go to your dad, say, you were right, and let's move on. And that will be that. Now, Daniel actually came out of his mouth and he's talking to Lily. And he's like, listen, when I first came to Genoa City, whatever, seeing you guys back together, or, hearing that they were together, he was like, it didn't really make sense to me. And seeing it now, it still doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just like, I mean, can you imagine if you were going out with somebody and your ex decided to, have dinner with you or whatever, just because, it's a late night or whatever, and you kind of get some work done, and they come out their mouth and say, what, you and your boyfriend or you and your girlfriend, yeah, I don't see how that makes sense. Wow. Okay. Now the sad part is that Billy is doing too much. Okay. He shows up at Chelsea's house uninvited. And even when Chelsea's like, I can't just sit there and rely on you 24/7. I need to sit there and rely on my friends, rely on my therapist. I need to sit there and start doing things for myself. And in reality, all Billy is doing by constantly blowing up her phone, being there 24/7 is a detriment in reality. He's like, hey, I want to sit there and hang out and I want to watch some movies or whatever. And you're kind of saving me because Lily's sitting there working late. I was like, and shouldn't you be sitting there thinking about getting another job at some point? Unless this dude is really rich, like are the average actually really rich or whatever? Because I still don't understand how a man that's in his late 40s just like, I'm bored. I don't want to work at this job anymore. I want to find what my passion is. I mean, I don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure I can just find it. It'll come to me. Hey, Chelsea, you want to sit there and hang out? No, bro. Like, you don't understand how that's just not a good look? That your girl's not there working late, you know, with little support because most of her employees just jumped ship and just left. And you're just like, oh, Chelsea, you're saving me from boredom. I just would have been just not really doing anything. It's like, no, you should have been doing, like, I don't know, getting a job or something. I don't understand how that works. And listen, even though I am a Billy fan, I'm starting to understand. Now I need to actually backtrack what I'm saying because although I don't like Daniel just come out of his mouth saying what he said, he may not entirely be wrong about that. Lily does seem like she's driven, focused, and Billy just seems like he's just kind of all over the place. I mean, granted, Lily, you did sign up for that when you decided to stay with him, so there is that. But yeah, I actually had to sit there and kind of backtrack what I said in my own video, so that's fun. Adam and Chance is not there, kind of drinking and just kind of hanging out and just commiserating over their romantic woes. But what I didn't understand is how Chance actually told Adam that Abby cheated on him. You didn't even tell Victor that when Victor was acting like a dick to you, but you told Adam because why? I don't get that. But they're hanging out and they're just just talking about that, talking about Sally and how Adam's like, well, I tried one last time to try to make it work, but it's just we just hit the point of no return. You mean after you finished banging her, even though that Nick was dating her, and somehow in your universe that makes sense. Now, the last thing I want to sit there and talk about is Diane and Jack because let's put it this way. If Diane was really concerned about her family, about her grandson, the minute that she found out that Jeremy Stark was, out of prison and that, the three wicked witches of the West decided to point Jeremy in Diane's direction, and she was really so concerned about her family, she would have left, okay? Instead of, I don't know, putting them in danger. But she's talking to Jack, and she's all afraid because she got the text and everything like that. They start talking about the fact that she owes. Well, she took some. I don't know if she took some money, but pretty much she was like she was owed that money. She felt she was owed that money. Then she spent it on quote unquote reinventing herself. So Jack is like, well, there's only one course. There's only one course of action. I'll just pay him the money. I was like, whoa, 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 no, 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 no. We ain't doing that. Okay, we are not doing that for a couple reasons. First of all, Diane's the one that sat there and pretty much kind of blew through his money on reinventing herself. Let her work some extra hours and pay for that herself. We're not sitting there dipping into the Abbott fund for her. Two, like Diane said, this isn't really so much about the money, it's just about the payback. So you can give him all the money in the world and he'll still want payback. But so Jack is like, I'm gonna sit there and defend you. Which by the way, again, I don't understand how she's totally okay with her son defending her from a recently convicted ex-con. But okay, whatever. Jack is like, you can stay here. But of course, he's gonna hire security. Okay. I don't think that's a good idea, but whatever. Your son lives here, your sister lives here, your grandson lives here, But you're gonna sit there and hold up Diane in this place and what? Make it a fortress? This is a castle now? Like, what are we, what are we doing? Hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really think of anything else that happened. It was a short cast today, so unless I missed something, let me know in the comment section down below. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.